Wagwan, motherfucker. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Skills. Ooh. Ooh. There goes the hat. Yes. Yup. Alright, welcome to Wrap It Up, Slap It Up. I'm Insane Wayne, and this is
Sticky Ryano.
Stiky Ryano. And we're just here, just casual bit of chatting, you know.
Have a bit of a laugh.
That's it.
Just love doing these things, man. I only done one before.
Yeah.
It's the day after my birthday, and I was in rag order. But I'd said that I'd done it, you know, that kind of way. I was out till fucking all hours the night before, and I had to meet your man at like 10 AM or something. And I was just sitting there fucking sweating, and I said, right, let's do it.
That's it.
And listening back to it, I was like, I sound like a bleeding junkie or something.
The thing is, that I feel like you have a few drinks.
Yeah,
the atmosphere's
sure,
alright. Like conversation flows, whereas like it feels like an interview.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to be interviewed. You know what I mean? I think it's like it reminds me of school or something. You know what I mean? I was never prepared.
That's it.
Well, you have a gig coming up, don't you?
I do, yeah. It's going to be on the 18th of June in the Dublin Rap. But see, I was thinking about doing a gig there because it's brand new. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because it used to be another spot, and then I think they were closed down, and now they're back. Now they're under a different name and that. So we just said, always like, because around the area, like anybody that would be kind of mates was kind of saying it to me, kind of like, look, have a look at this spot, you know what I mean? Like, and then just the day after the 4 provinces, like, it just went so well that I was literally like the day after, just first thing I did, walked in, was just like, went in there, fake it till they make it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a nice establishment you have here, guys, you know, might be able to do it. No, no, but I just went in and said it to them, and they said they'd be happy out to have us in, so.
That's good, yeah.
Chuffed
Like the 4 provinces one was well, like, you know.
Yeah, it went really well. That's what I was fucking delighted with it. Like that's what I had. Like the highest expectations and the lowest expectations at the same time. You know what I mean? Because in my head I was working at it, like working towards like the vision that I had of like this fucking amazing night where like everybody comes out and everyone has a great time. But at the same time, I had to keep it in my mind that it was my first time doing it.
Like,
exactly, you know what I mean? And like at the end of the day, I was just like, I'm just gonna learn from this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even I have learned so fucking much from it, like, cause like at the start of the year, I had never even like recorded a tune or anything. Like, well, I would have kind of, you know what I mean? But just like, just on iPhones or like one mic.
Yeah, like
you know what I mean?
you start up, like I think
Exactly, yeah.
it's not like if you have a mate who's like kind of in there deeply, like then it's like, oh, you kind of might step into those that path, but like most people just gonna, like me, like I told you earlier, I was like just a smoke area rapper. You know what I mean? I'd just be like, oh, like I remember how I started. It was like I had little short ones on my phone, and I'd ask people their feedback stuff, and it'd usually be like, you know, you're shy people. Then I'd know them all off by heart, and songs off by heart, and like certain people I'd know just for kind of getting to know them that they'd like that song, because it kind of touches on like that kind of interest, you know, right? But like you gotta start somewhere. Like, there's no shame in, you know, starting recording on your phone. Like, 100%,
you know what I mean? Yeah, sure. Like, but that's the thing, like, cause like you started smoking area rapping, like I would like bedroom rapping, you know what I mean? Like, I would have been just writing songs like for myself, and then like I always kind of knew that I wanted to, like, well, I always knew that I wanted to do music, you know what I mean? But I knew that like I was going to be on stage soon. Like I knew it, but I didn't know how I was going to get there. And they used to say, like, people would be like I remember describing it one time as like, people would be like, oh, you should like whatever, go to college and do it. Like, obviously I haven't gone to college to help me so much, but like do it like this, or do what you want in school, and then whatever, that. I'm just like can see, like,
you can see it working out. Like,
like I know where I'm going, you know what I mean?
That's it. Like, I think you have an end goal.
Exactly.
It's like you kind of have to be somewhat picky on how you get there. You're not going to just fucking take the easiest way. Like, obviously, if it's a handier way or not, but like I think you learn things better the hard way.
For sure, yeah. Like that's what a mate of mine said to me. I don't know. It's gas. He's a big fucking hardy bastard, and he comes out with this like beautiful saying. He was like, I think he said it was in The Lion King or something, but he was like, two animals walking down a forest, and he's like, oh, I can't see the end of the road, and he goes, can you see our next step? And he goes, yeah, you take that then. And that's just what I've been doing, just trying to take the next step. What's the next step? But like even sitting here doing this with you, like fucking. This time last year, I would have dreamt of this, you know what I mean? Dreamt of being able to go out and just talk about fucking music and make music and fucking just like connect with people that are doing this around the area. Cause, you know yourself.
Like, only starting this, myself, this is obviously our first episode, you know? But, you know, the other podcasts, I kind of learned a bit what I'd like and what, you know, I wouldn't like. You know, like, there's some, like, we had a person on, and he's not going to watch this, so fuck him anyway. But the first guy we had on, I don't know if it was the first one aired, I don't think it was, but he was a fucking diva, like, you know, he's like, he's a director, so he knows kind of what he's doing and all, but like, we were saying like, oh, this, you know, this is kind of the way we want it and all that, and he's like, no, and he's like, giving it out to us for fucking an hour. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't think I was meant to go last, I think but I think it was good that we had that awkward first one, and then we knew what way we, you know, wanted to go, but everyone else so far was sound and happy out and just like kind of happy to be there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, sure, it's the same, like, because I'm studying like music production, so like how to be like a recording engineer, sound engineer, that type of stuff, so like we'd be in the studio like on this side of the desk, you know what I mean, where we have the artists going in, and it's the same kind of buzz, like you got to keep them happy, but you learn how to keep people happy without being like, oh yeah, okay, like you need this, or like, because
you don't need to lick up a baby.
Literally, because even, but I realise sometimes like we'd have a band in there or something, and you just like going, is everything okay? Like, can you all hear? Like, would any of you want more bass or drums or whatever in your like headphone monitors? And then everyone's like, no, you're okay. And you're like, are you sure? And then one person's like, actually, yeah, can I have a bit more bass in mine? They're like, yeah. And then the next person's like, actually, can I have a bit less bass? And then one of them's like, actually, I think the drums are a bit louder on my left side than my right side. And then you're just like, that's not a thing. One fella said to us, we were recording him, like he's much older, like, but he was like trained in being a recording engineer, and he's like, lads, it's all about the magic finger. We're like, what? And he's like, because obviously you can see each other through the glass in the studio. He goes, they don't like something, and like, you know that like you're not gonna be able to change it. Like, it's just the way it is. You just go, oh yeah, how's that now? And they just go, yeah, that's much better. And you're not even touching it, and like you're just going,
the trick of the mind, like
literally, but it works. Like, do you know what I mean? There's a lot of it's just getting people comfortable, like, you know. Like it was the same even when we went for the big rehearsal. Like that's why I was like.
Oh, you had a rehearsal for it, like
for the 4 provinces. So that's where we done the promo video and all. That's what I was like thinking of a lot. Was like, I want everyone to just be able to come in here and just relax, like just come in and just do their songs, chill out, have a laugh, like talk to you, have a few joints or whatever, and just not be worried about anything. Like because I know myself, like sometimes you go to do something like that, you go to make a song or something, you show up and like. Say you could be there like in your head, you're like, well, I'm gonna come in here and spit, and just like, you know the vibe you're going for, and you get in there and it's like, maybe we should like start setting up mics or something, you know what I mean? And then they're like, and then you're kind of getting, and you're like feeling a bit awkward, like
sidetracked from like what you're
exactly
going in there, getting that done.
Exactly.
I think it was you know, Peter Kay, the comedian, he was saying like he likes to leave it almost last minute, so that he's just kind of like shows up just there, blah blah blah, does his thing and kind of goes. It was like it leaves less time to kind of just think about it and kind of, you know, worry about things. Whereas like, okay, in like a smooth.
Literally, just go. I can imagine that for comedy as well, being like the more you leave it last minute, the better. Like, cause even or not even last minute, just cause I know with songs that we've had before, say you've recorded the first draft, maybe you got half of the tune finished, I've forgotten about it for like a month or 2 months, and then you come back to it. But sometimes if you leave it completely for the 2 months and then come back, it'll be grand. But if you keep spitting it and all and singing it and all, and like I know, because I used to be in a band and we'd have a song, we'd play the song for the first time for somebody, be like, that's class. And we're playing it again and again, and we're getting bored then, you know what I mean? So then we all just start, now when we play the song, we start doing all mad shit and fucking like, and it's like, it's too busy now, you know what I mean? Whereas we'd be sick of the simplistic version, because we're like, oh, it's
like people would like that version to hear, and where you're like, they're like, whoa, that's a bit too much here, but these are just having fun.
Literally, because it's like,
what was the band called?
Rapid Transit.
Rapid Transit, nice.
Shout out to boys. Yeah, it was just we started over lockdown, like just we'd just be sitting in your mate's shed like all day, and 2 guitars there, so we'd just be jamming away, and then one day we were just like, fucking 2 guitars going, got an empty tin of roses, and the 2 drumsticks, like, and fucking, there's like a wooden box, and like this, like, I don't even know what we had, but we had like 3 different sounds. We made Toby's just sitting there on the ground, fucking hitting this roses.
But like, did it sound alright?
Sounded alright. Like,
yeah. You could use anything to make it a little noise. Yeah. If it sounds good, it's good.
Music, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's all it is. Like, yeah, man. Oh, it was great crack. Like, but that's what really got me into it. Because before that, I knew that I wanted to be a singer or a rapper, and I'd always have these fucking visions of me, like, playing on stage and fucking doing stuff like this podcast or interviews.
Like, did you have someone that, like, when you were growing up, that you were like, that's the person that fucking inspired you? You knew by looking at them, that's what you wanted to do?
See, I've had loads, you know, like, when I, because,
like when you go to gig, you're looking at someone, like, a few times I've been there and I'm like, oh, I'm so jealous, I'd love to be on stage and just, you know, do my shit, but like, I need to get there to be able to even, you know what I mean?
No, for sure, yeah, because like a couple of years ago, say when I was about 12, 13 or 14, like, and I started being like seriously to myself, just like, no, this is just what I'm going to do, like, that's just the way it is, like, this, I'm just like, all I could think about, I'd be looking up to like, all the American dudes, you know what I mean? Like, well, obviously, of course, we looking up to Versatile and Costello and that, mainly like, you know, like, the fucking...
That's because like, they're here. Exactly, you know, whereas like, all the way over there, it's like...
And that was just from like, I just knew them from like they were like the only people in Dublin that I knew doing it, you know what I mean? And I thought that like the scene was dead here, because obviously I was only young, so I wasn't going out to nights or anything and meeting people like I am now, like the network was much smaller.
I feel like it was more bands. Like,
exactly, because, and that was the buzz, like, you know, when we started Rapid Transit, I was like, oh, this is it, boys, like, but see, that what we were talking about earlier with the end goal and the next step. We never fucking thought about the next step. All we thought about was like we'd be sitting there jamming in the shed, like, not even like, right, let's play this song, maybe we should change this, just playing.
Just playing for the sake of enjoying it, like,
And then we'd stop and be like, so while we're playing at the Tree Arena, I think maybe you should stop.
You want to talk about that? Yeah.
So like, we've got, this time we're going to have a set from Ibex Sonata, which is, they actually performed at the last one, but none of us even caught like that they'd be performing, because it's a group, like, it's Jake Nolan and Student.mp3 on Instagram. He's the fella that he was playing with the guitar, and he played like 7 songs, fucking mad cunt. So I was saying to him,
was this at the end?
Yeah, no, at the start. So he went on, he was a second.
I know I came late, so I came late and had to leave early, but like...
Yeah, no, he was on he was on the stage basically the whole time, though. But he was, he was a mad cunt. So basically I said to him like, how long you set, what you do, whatever. And he was like, oh, a couple of songs where I was like, 20 minutes alright? He's like, yeah, I think I could get 20 minutes. And I was like, right, put you down for 20 minutes. And then just like the day before, the day in the rehearsal, and all, he kept saying like, oh, can I do this song? Like, yeah, do this song, do it. Because I was saying 20 minutes, like, like pushing it, like, because
like, if you can't do it for 20 minutes, don't worry about it. Is that your minimum? But really, it was like, that is his minimum. Not his maximum.
Yeah. And then he starts, can I do this and I do this? And I'm like, yeah, whatever you want, just do them. And then he gets on stage and he goes, so I've added a lot of songs to my set list, but I've still only got 20 minutes. And I was like, look at, no, like, you can keep, literally, and he goes, so I'm just gonna keep going without taking, like, without stopping. And plays like fucking 4, 5, 6, 7 minute songs without taking a beat in between, just like on beat, just changing to the next song, like, fucking nut job.
No, that's cool.
Literally, like, oh, he's some performer. But him and Jake Nolan have a group called Ibex Sonata, and they done like 1 or 2 songs last time, but I'm excited to get a set from them because it's real fucking.
Do they have a YouTube channel?
I don't even know, to be honest. I think it's mainly just files on someone's computer somewhere, kind of way, but they're always, like, I've seen them perform loads, you know what I mean? And like, whether that's on a stage at an open mic or in a smoking area, you know what I mean? Fucking, the first time I met them was actually in a smoking area. On my birthday, actually, I was only saying.
The day after you did the podcast.
But I was performing on my birthday in the Hines and Stony Bar with Smithfield Creatives. And I was like, here's me thinking like, oh, I'm gonna go up here and make this like Dublin young fella with a guitar, you know what I mean? I'm gonna play this fucking guitar and I'm gonna rap, you know what I mean? No one's gonna.
Like you're Dublin Slim Shady in the
you know what I mean? I'd be like, no, nobody's gonna know what's hit them, Go on, play my songs, fuck up every song. But it was my first time kind of playing, so I was like, it's alright, didn't fuck it up too badly, like, you know what I mean? But just kind of.
Like nobody's booed you, man, did they?
No, it was only like basically just small enough crowd with mates and all that. And then I get off stage, I feel great, and fucking Student goes up next. I had never met him before, like.
So were you comparing?
Yeah, well, like before he went, and he goes like, oh, who's this fella? I think he's gonna be. And he comes like, yeah, I'm fucking sick of the world, I'm sick of living every minute to give a little bit more, I'm sick of craving independence, being dependent, but he's fucking playing the guitar like way better than I was, and rapping way better than I was, and I'm just sitting there going, right, I need to work with this fella. Do you know what I mean? But some people look at that and go like, oh, fuck this cunt, you know what I mean? Like, I need, like trying to do what I'm doing, but like, it was just like, oh my god, I need to work with this fella.
You can learn a lot from someone who's doing more than you are, you know what I mean, at a different level.
Exactly, yeah. Like
I think most people are like, oh yeah, they'll gladly try to teach you what they know.
Exactly, yeah. But that's the buzz, yeah. Some people think like, you need to be like they like having people around them that like are not gonna push them forward. You know what I mean? Or like are kind of say you're a rapper, or like not that they wouldn't be as good, but like on a lower level, say you're a beat maker, you're a savage at making beats, and all your mates are kind of like just starting off making beats, and they can like kind of get by, and they're all just always telling you, man, you're so fucking good, you're so good, and you're just there going like, yeah, you know, like I'm good, like it is what it is, and then like you'll meet someone that's like really good, and then you just fucking
shut up,
like you just be like, oh,
you thought you were decent
good, like yeah. So that's why you always just gotta keep finding people that are better than you, you know what I mean?
That's it.
Like just
like it's not hard. You'll always find someone better.
Exactly,
you know? Like you should.
Yeah, literally like that.
Yeah, I should have turned off his phone now.
Oh, fucking like a rollie. Yeah, man, I'm buzzing for this gig though, yeah. I'd like to start at KC.
I look forward to dealing with.
One and only, man. Yeah, no, KC is some man, he's like the Shaolin. Have you ever seen The Get Down? It's like this show about like hip hop starting off in New York, whatever, but there's like some fella called Shaolin Fantastic, and he's like the mentor, you know what I mean? He's like all the kids like looking up to him, and he's teaching them like how to mix and how to rap and all. And that's what KC is like to us, you know, because like, what's mad, he's only like 4 or 5 years older than me, but like I feel like he's like fucking.
Well, I think maybe like years ago it's less of a scene, so
you
really have to
exactly,
if you wanted to do it, you have to learn
that's
how to do it.
Yeah, because like even nowadays, like I know so many people that like their first song goes up on Mixtape Madness or something and gets a lot of views because they're like
it's Mixtape Madness.
I don't even know, to be honest. It's like all the drillers and all that.
Yeah.
First drill song, and it's like getting thousands of likes because they paid to have it up on this or that or whatever. But it's like, it's easy to kind of go in and
if you're getting the exposure,
if you're doing it, there's no hate against it.
No. If you're trying to run it like a business,
literally, that's the way to do it. But like, see with KC, like he used to busk 7 hours a day in Temple Bar rapping, like. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So that's like just when I heard that and he's like heard what he raps about and all this, like this fella has put the fucking time in. You know what I mean? Like he's literally stood in the streets in the piss and rain. Like, you know what cameras like, you probably fucking ridiculed, shit thrown on and all, and he's still going. You know what I mean? I was like, right, this is the type of fucking determination that I need to be surrounding myself with. You know what I mean? Not just like from the get go, you're just like, I'm gonna have all the money and all the drugs or whatever, like, because this fella was really fucking out there doing it when it was pissing rain, and he was listening to it, like, you know what I mean? I was like, that's the type of fucking work ethic I need to have around me, you know.
That's it. Like you're the average of the people that you surround yourself with.
Exactly, 100%. That's it. Welcome back to Wrap It Up, Slap It Up. I'm in Sound Wayne. Sticky Ryano.
Hi guys. You don't say that, don't worry.
That's gas. Yeah, man. Podcasts are sus though, aren't they?
It's just a bit of crack. It's like I used to feel awkward around cameras.
Yeah, I think everyone does.
Yeah, but it's like the more you get
literally,
behind camera, like when we have our 4 Stories channel up, and one of the first things we did was Our Brother and Stranger Times, or Strange Times, and I was just fucking mad nervous. You know, I tried not to show it. I was doing MMA at the time, so I was like, you know, John Connors actually came and taught us a boxing class, and he was saying like, he said, like if you can get punched in the face, you can do a bit of acting. You know what I mean? And I was like, fucking I'm sure he's he's had a fair few fights more than me.
Yeah.
But you know, that's what I was kind of thinking in my head. I was like, I can take a punch. You know what I mean? Like, I have to. I've no choice. But I was like, look, you know, just trying to convince myself like, you can do this kind of way, but still not knowing what to say sometimes and all that, because we kind of improvise most of it. Like we have bloopers that is twice the length of the actual tits. Like I think it's only 7 minutes long, and then the bloopers like 14 minutes. And like, there's one point I'm like, I don't know what to say. Like Keith goes, where's my fucking money?
Yeah.
And I was like, you'll get your money. And he goes, I haven't paid in 2 fucking months. And I'm like, he's just throwing this at me. I don't know what.
Yeah.
And I go, what if I turn around and said I did pay you? What are you talking about? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was just like all that kind of stuff, and then eventually you kind of get used to it. And sometimes I forget that thing's wrong. You know what I mean?
That's what you want to do, you know, like that's, and it's the same in the studio, like recording, like, because I know, like we were saying before, fucking, you go in and you get it done, it's handy, like, getting into the, like when I'm in the studio, if I close my eyes and you just hear the music, and you just forget where you are, what you're doing, and you just fucking go for it, that's when you really get the good takes, you know. But when you're in there and you're like, right, we're recording, yeah, you're like, wait, run it back, let me, and then you're like, do it, wait, stop, go, and then you're getting into your head, and you just have to fucking relax and just try to just think about think about the feeling that you have think about the feeling you had when you wrote the music.
Yeah.
And then you get it. I know it's different.
It's weird, it's different, because I feel like if I freestyle it, there's no beat playing, and I can actually hear myself, because when you have the headphones on, you can't fucking hear yourself. Yeah. First time I went to someone's gaff to record, I didn't record anything, because I was too fucking weirded out by the fact, I'd rather have just rapped it and not have that on my head or hear the beat, because I know kind of what flow was going with the beat, but it was just so weird to me. I brought a bottle of gin, I drank it all. I bought them a bottle of Jack Daniels for, let me do it. It was like, it wasn't like, oh, you have to pay for this. But like, oh look, I'll work with you and see what happens. And I think it was my mate's birthday, and I showed up to the pub after, and they were like, what the fuck? I was fucking buckled, you know what I mean? I drank I kept on drinking, and I'd like, build up that confidence, but I didn't get it. It was just weird for me, and I had because all week I was so excited for this, and I was like rapping in my head, put in the earphones, have the beats all playing because I would play this and I was just like, getting it spot on in my head the way I wanted it, but then my voice just doesn't sound the way I envision it, and I'm like, just practically going like, should I just ask someone to do these songs, or kind of, to get it the way I want it, but I'm like, no, it has to be me, the way. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever written songs and like, I'd like someone to sing this.
Yeah, see, I've thought about it before, but I always feel like I just want to do it.
It's your baby, like,
exactly.
Like, there's one I have written, and I go, if I had like the Weekend type voice, that's the way I want to go with it, but I fucking don't.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
See, that's what I love doing, because I love doing impressions and stuff,
Yeah.
So that's why
like your movie quotes and all that.
Yeah. So I'd hear like a fucking like a beat, and I'd be like I could be rapping on a beat, and like, yeah, it's, growing up in Dublin, we'd be troubling the youth, and then do you know what I mean? And I'm talking about like whatever, like this is like this character talking, and then I'll hear another beat, and oh shit, you know what I mean? Like I just go like the first tune that we recorded in college, we started a label, NYAC, not your average cunts, but like the first tune I'm rapping in an American accent for the whole thing, but it's like, and I'd always like be real, like if people are like, oh no, I just don't like the Irish accent and rapping all, I'd be like, what you on about?
It's mad, like, so what? Yeah, if we don't like it, but like, don't listen to it.
Literally, I'd always be that one that's like, no, you gotta use your accent and stuff and show like where you're from. But it was just this beat, you know what I mean? I heard this beat and I just got the flow and the voice that I heard in my head singing. I was like, that's just what I went for with it. Do you know what I mean? I'm there talking about fucking all the shorties in the studio. You know what I mean? Like, it's actually me and fucking 4 mates. Like, fucking.
There's no shorties. No, but what's your man Be Real from Cypress Hill? Oh, he was going to get kicked out of the band because they didn't like his voice, and then he came up with, inside and like that voice. That's he puts on the voice, but like it works. You know what I mean? I fucking love that shit.
Exactly.
But like if he didn't, that'd be weird like he might have been kicked out. Might have just.
That's the thing, even especially with Rapid Transit, because that was like, it was like what you were saying, it was just jammed and it was never like recorded. We weren't like putting it out or anything. Each song had a different voice, you know what I mean? Like we had this blues song where Jamie would play it like that, that kind of and I'm like, oh, she's gonna fight you, she's gonna fight you, she'll go anywhere. You know what I mean? Like,
and it just
comes out, literally like that, because it's like it's always wants to happen. You're just like a fucking passage for the
for whatever it is.
Pixie dust. Pixie dust. You know what I mean? Very dash.
Yeah, far out. But like, I'll play you the song I did.
You gonna rap it for me?
No, I'll just play it here.
You got to record it?
I did.
Nice.
I screen recorded it after I recorded it because I didn't know how to fucking download it properly, and I was like, okay, here we go. I probably won't put this in, but maybe we'll see.
I don't know, you should put it in, man. It'll put yourself on.
I know, yeah, but it's a different vibe. What's the screen? I have one screen recording from you that I was going to edit into the thing because it was not playing audio. But I was on the phone, and that's why it wasn't fucking playing the audio. That's from Sublime's once. I was doing for. I had a lovely fucking thing done for him, but I don't think we're going to use that one. You know, that's the asshole we had. And I said that, and I said, I was like, oh fuck that one. I was in a few of his videos actually. Sometimes I was in that one there. I just came across him, and I was like, you know, I love your music, all that stuff, and you know, kind of briefly messaged him. He said, oh, cheers, bud, and, you know, I appreciate it. And then I seen he was had his own merch, and I was like, I like that. And I go, but I'm actually saving up to get some clothes, and I go, I'd like to buy some off him. And I go, like, it'll help a little bit, but I go, like, I actually like the clothes. You know what I mean? So I was like, I bought a good few, like this you know what I mean? I think of 5 hats, a jumper, and then an American style jacket. I love it. I wore that actually at the
Four Promises.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
at the other gig.
Yeah, the work ones. Yeah.
I was like, oh, I love that one. Actually, she had a diss track that was on as well here. I'll play that for you first. It's right here.
Oh yeah.
It's Savage, Shoe Dog, me, and then the other guy just hop on a bit at the end, you know.
I've done reviews in the day and in your whole career. You look like slots from the Goonies if he was full of gear. You wear fake clothes, fake teeth, fake diamonds, Moore Street. Your mother's arse full of meat, thicker than concrete. Claiming you're the best man, that's pretty optimistic. My rapping is artistic while yours is just autistic. Saying you would know what, so now you have 3. Teach you to chat shit, the chili D-O-double-G.
Savage doing that.
Yeah.
I love it. That's me.
R.O.B. Holy fuck with rapping and get a real J.O.B. OMG, I seen your last video. Johnny, it was so funny. The worst acting, stop the camera. Shit in your hands and start clapping. Make it till you make it and you'll never make it. Handicap it. Real rappers fucking snapping. Beat you up and eat and savage. Rubbish snarling. American garbage. Don't need fuck with Dublin's hardest. Trust me, don't want to start this. His lazy flow is boring me too ordinary or artist. Cities facing formally embarrassing. R.O.B. is back to swim. R.O.B. does not appear. Not like me, I'm medicine. Cut his face, not on his pill. But he goes down back his hill. Kids off the dog, bro, tanks a mill. Jumping the Joe on the down hill. Back to the gap, gonna order grill. One man, I got 20 to kill. I'm not like you, I got the skill.
Yeah. That's the sauce, man. That's why. Yeah.
Just a little bit more, but I only did that one bit. Man, I was like, I'll hop in and fucking.
That's it.
Why not?
Just a fake gangster, ain't nobody's mister. Plays with himself while he thinks about his sister. I don't even know how you can call yourself a rapper. You're just a noodle-haired bitch boy, you capper. R.O.B. is on the dole, while his L1's on the pole. Messes full of pedos, only wearing orange speedos. Walking round the Montessori, asking kids, what's the story? R.O.B. is full of shit, his auntie has some cracking teeth. R.O.B. is fucking brick, everything. Open up his L1, you know I have the master key. Yeah, Rob, Jamie McCann wants to talk to you, bitch.
That is good. That's what. And the guy at the end there, just like he was, I only actually got to meet him there, but like he's, you know, sounded like him. And he's not a rapper, but like he hopped on that bit, and I was like, that's good.
That's cool, yeah.
But there's a bit of crack. This is your man here. Fucking R.O.B. He was like doing the. He was on Instagram Live. I was just chilling in the pub or something here. He was trying to do like an event. That's your man. He goes, open up his old gig.
How many
He's very, you know, in man. Oh, he thinks he's American.
Is that with the fella?
That's the guy we did.
Oh.
He did another diss track back. Actually good. Actually liked it. And I go like, if he made songs like this, I'd probably listen to him. You know what I mean? And I had, like when he did the diss track back, I was like, oh, I was rolled up. I wrote a load of pages, and I was showing one of the lads only maybe a month or two ago, and he was laughing his ass off reading them all. I was like, I really went in there. You know what I mean? I used ones that like I actually kept. There's a few disses that I go, they're good. And I go like, that's good. Like. I don't know, I was proud of him, but I was like, oh, no, he's not worth it. I don't like him, you know what I mean? But it's the fuck yeah, well, it's self-destructive, it's called, you know?
Oh, yeah. More to the beach,
I think it was kind of more of an emo rap kind of thing, you know?
Where were you?
But I don't have that voice.
Yeah.
So I just shit.
Well, let's see that for you.
Kind of him going, like, it's all watery, you know what I mean?
What's it?
But I'd have to scream it, you know what I mean? I just scream it, you know what I mean?
That's what makes it though, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like the second half is more intense, you know? I like the beat to it and all and everything, you know? I originally wrote it to a different beat, and it had it didn't fit the way I wanted it, and then I came across this beat and I go, this fits nicer, and I like the beat better, you know what I mean?
Man, that's class, I actually really like that.
Yeah.
Not even just...
No.
I love the buzz of it though, like that fucking... But like, I know, like, but that's because you can feel the emotion, you know? Even though, like, see, you're just going, like, the bits where you're just going, fuck it. It's the same, whatever, 2, 3 or 4 words, like, but it's the emotion, like we were talking about earlier, it's the emotion, you can feel it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's why, like I've heard some songs, and it's like... You're like the simplest rhymes or whatever are like even just the repeated thing, but it's like it doesn't matter. You can feel it. You still feel it the same amount.
Like I showed people and they said, "Oh, it's you say it too many times." And I was like, "I'm not going to change it." You know, it's not like I go. I might re-record it, but I'm not changing any of the lyrics. You know what I mean? Like the first half, I change it. I go. I can't remember, but it's different slightly because at the start of it, I didn't curse as heavy, but I added in. Switch it up because it's heavier. Like I wanted to differentiate the, kind of saying it and then screaming it and really meaning it. And it's like fuck yeah, I'm self-destructive, and then it goes fuck yeah, I'm self-destructive, and I fucking love it. You know, that kind of stuff. Because I woke up one day and I was just like still drunk, and I was like, see a can in front of me and I was drinking. You know what I mean? I was like, you know what I mean? I don't care. Like I'm not on. You know what I what I mean? It didn't matter. It wasn't like I was like, well, yeah, I'm self-destructing and I fucking love it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That kind of way. But
exactly. No, but that's what I'm saying.
I didn't even
feeling that too hard.
No, but the thing is, I found a beat. I was like, I look up a beat, and a beat was called self-destructive, and that's how I. But I didn't use that beat. I think the beat was shit itself. But I go, oh, I like the title of it. So I'd use things like that when I.
That's the buzz, man. Yeah.
But like, how would you go about yours? Like, what would hit you? Would you think of something, or would it just be like, how you feeling now?
Yeah. See, sometimes I just get a couplet. You know what I mean? Like 2 words, and it'll make me feel something, or I'll think of something, or I'll see something that make me think.
Is that the title? You know what I mean? Do you start like, do you feel like have a theme and then go roll with it?
Yeah. See, like the song that I'm like in the middle of producing at the moment. Well, like I'm just fucking rapping and playing a little bit of guitar. My producer JTB is doing all the hard work. Shout out. But fucking yeah, like that's like fucking what was it called? Fuck's sake, yeah, no. So it's called Mad Streets, yeah. But I just thought of why you're troubling me up in these Dublin streets, and it actually started off as Trouble in Dublin.
Yeah.
That's
You're always still when I'm looking at that because you're just sort of looking at me and like. Because everyone I'm not there, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Just because I just thought of that couple of days, just because when you're talking about the rhyme that you wrote about the road less taken. Do you ever hear that poem when I heard The Learned Astronomer by Walt Whitman?
I feel like I don't know it.
Yeah,
but I heard of it.
You might be able to recite it, but it's basically like the story of this fella who was like loved astronomy. He loved like looking up at the stars and just like pondering the universe and that. And so his whole life he's like, I want to study stars, and he goes to university. And the whole buzz is like basically when I heard The Learned Astronomer talk about the calculations and the physics and the mathematics and all, and he was like, I just like looking at the stars, you know. And he's like, now it's too much, you know what I mean? It's like
the more you know, the less you feel you know.
Exactly. Yeah, and then it's like the buzz is like him looking out at the stars after he's listening, like after he's studied it and all, and he's like, oh, I think it was better when it was mysterious, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't know, but it was like
it must be hard being fucking really, really smart.
Yeah.
Like that smart, you know. Like Rick and Morty smart.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. That's man.
You like Rick and Morty?
Oh, I fucking love it, man.
I don't know how many times sometimes I'm there with the hangover or whatever, and I just pop it on.
Yeah,
or leave it on during bed and just fall asleep to it.
Literally, yeah. But it's mad. It's like you could fucking fall asleep to it, or you could like write an essay.
I know people that really like they're the same as me. They go, like one of the lads, his girlfriend was saying, sure, he puts it on when he goes to bed.
Yeah.
I go, so do I.
Yeah. Like, well, literally, like that's it. I put it on when I go to bed.
I wouldn't mind doing like just a podcast and just like every episode.
Yeah.
Like we get certain people and every podcast we all talking about one.
Yeah.
Okay, we all watch this episode. We're talking about this.
Yeah.
So you might go home and watch it and then you're writing shit down that you want to talk about, and then we just fucking.
I'd actually do that.
That's the thing. Is like, I know loads of people that'll be into it. So it's like, you know. We can get even just a regular crew together, it doesn't really matter, you know what I mean? But like, someone can't make it that day. But it's like, oh no, pick a week episode, I want that one, you know what I mean? Okay, we'll wait.
That's good, that's
yeah. I have loads of beats I'd like on this, you know what I mean?
What's that?
Oh, YouTube music. No one fucking has it. Everybody send me on Spotify, I go, I don't fucking have it. I think I'm actually paying for one. I think my little sister's one. But I don't know. I was like, I still don't really want to. Is it this? It's around here somewhere. Maybe it's not this one. I know it's around this one. I took that photo for your man actually, that's the cover. That's it. Like he wasn't expecting because he was trying to like join the bottle with the mouth. And then I quickly took him while he was getting it because you could see the amber lid and everything, and I was like, that's cool, you know. I took a few pictures for him, like, you know, but I'd like to just keep kind of getting into that. I think this is it. Yeah, and it's like, if you lie to me, start a fight with me, try to hide from me, then you can suck my dick. But like, I'd still keep going, you keep going up, and you keep going with it, and like, that will overpower it, so I'd use the shittiest one for the bit
You can look at me, you try to fight with me, you never fly with me. You just suck my dick, you little prick boy. Walk around with your big toys, thinking you're a bad boy. Nah, bro, no way. I'll be on the mic every single day, trying to make another single, drop it, then I'll pop it back to the stew. Ready for another beat, never joint or two. All the boys on the mic, yeah, you know it's a good time with the insane brain, insane in the membrane. Sticky is my name, yeah.
Sticky like pickle Ricky Dicky, Ricky Ricky. Hey, we're just chilling like a couple of willing to do some killing, and we're just having a couple of cans like the mans that we're gonna be. And I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll sting a bitch like 100 bees.
Yeah.
I don't know. 50 bitches on 100 knees.
Yeah. 50 bitches on 100 knees.
Yeah.
100 fellas trying to fuck with me, make it suck my dick. Suck my dick, yeah, suck my dick. Suck my dick, yeah. 50 women on 100 knees trying to trouble me. Fuck that shit, I just roam around these Dublin streets.
That's good, that's a good dude. I like the beat anyway.
Yeah, man, that's it.
I feel like, yeah. And then at the end it kind of goes like, I'll skip it to it. It's like, I want it to be, it's like kind of empty. Like there's nothing to this. You can suck my Mickey. Because with the instead of the like just change that to the thing at the end, you know.
Let's get out of that. Look, we keep going to this.
Yeah, okay.
Should have brought me rhyme books with me.
No, these are all fucking. Most of them are filled with songs. Some of them are fucking. Most of them I gave up on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I'm just fucking saying, bro. I like mad poems and all that. I like just spewed out like 3 pages of like mad like.
Well, that's the thing. It's like I think you polish them up after.
Yeah.
You know.
But like some of them, it's like I'm like pick them up and like right, this needs to be kept in a vault. So I'll find like 100 years. You know what I mean? Some mad shit. Yeah.
Shawty wanna roll with a bad boy. Shawty wanna roll with a bad boy.
This was that right now. Hit a twins roll, boy. When I'm on my boy, got tried to spin a little whip. See the girlies catch me, oi, but they're gone. Never staying with me for too long. We're just rolling around, smell like water from a bong. Fucking got a cook, got a pack cook. We just roll around. I'm a fat cunt, munching up every fucking night because hanging out me faces, me 2 red eyes. I just keep on pipping on this goddamn gringo, hoping someone will pick up my next hot single. Yeah. Da 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 da.
It's not bad. Like doesn't go well with the beat. I don't know how I feel about the beat.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
It's not. It's slow.
It's not like aggressive.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Try got double time on.
Oh, that one. Alright.
That one. This one. Yeah.
Let me see. This one's a bit
heavier.
Like you can see the picture of that one, like you know.
You will try to fuck with me if you want to, but you won't get very far because I'll shoot you. I got another can for the Wayno. Yeah, we bringing water like the rain now. Drip, drip, drop, rock top when I rock up. Sticky fella coming through, looking like a hot cunt, hot shit, lyrical whiz. He's that fucking kid rolling around with a doobie soda to his lips.
Whoa, that's fucking fire, man.
I didn't know where I was going with it. Over the down, that's how it's done.
Oh, find that other one that's standing out, you know, it's like the 4 fingers down.
Yeah, man, yeah. Quick fire, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. So many beats here, like, there's one I gave to Sublime when he was here, and he did well with it. If I find it, it's actually right here.
Yeah. Oh, smart beats, man.
Yeah. You know Goldeneye, do you know Goldeneye? The Nintendo 64. This is it. Your mum will go, hold it on the track, and then it hits into it.
Who are you, mate? Told you don't know me, and know that you know I've got a bogey fucking me. Cause I snapped the back on the bike like 3 years ago. Still I know that the same shit still hurts. What? I'm like a fucking birch tree. Cause I'm real pale, real pasty. Shouldn't even be rapping, yeah, you get me. But we're the Dublin Rap, so we don't get fuck. Lost and fuck, I bring it straight back. All the boys in Wayne's got gold and bleeding splats. Going flat to the mat with the beats and the cans. Rolling up all the rollies, cause I am the man. Yeah, cause I don't give a fuck. Rolling around with a joint cook, ready to spark up, yeah. 5 fingers of death. Yeah.
Oh, this is before we go. Let's get that one going, right?
That's good.
Yeah. Keep going until I get it and I'll let you know, right?
When I heard the land astronomer read that sorry upon the followers, it couldn't be the same again after I seen the pain and friends and what it does to bring to me and what it does to fuck with me. I'm trying to stay on top of this shit, but still it brings me to my knees. 50 women, 100 knees, look what we just said. I'll bring the peas, smoking on that blue cheese. Jokes, I don't eat blue cheese, I prefer the zoo cheese. Dude. So look, anyway.
Anywho.
This is how it's done, you know?
Yeah, that's it. Get paid, you know what I'm saying?
Slash it out.
Slash it. Do you finish your drink here or you don't?
I'll finish this one.
I'll finish this off.
We love that drink with Wayne on, cause Wayne always on me. He makes a podcast.
He is an alcoholic. He's always off his face. Excuse me. Now, what are they Pransky? Do you like them though?
I actually do, yeah. Started off and looks so cheap, but then it grew on me, you know.
That's the thing. It's like, I never was always soda. Yeah. Recycle. Recycle, mate.
This is my type of podcast though. Short for 2 cats, 2 rollies.
That's it. Doesn't have to be professional, do you?
Oh no, but honestly bro, like I can really see this guy. Like, cause the whole idea of there's nobody's doing this like that.
No,
from
I don't think so. Like, not in Dublin or not that I know of.
I've seen 1 or 2 kind of buzzes, but like yeah.
It doesn't have to be like, we don't have to land big fucking rappers or anything like that. It could possibly happen, but I think it'd be like, until it gets there, but even still it's like, you know what I mean,
yeah.
It's not going to go, oh, we got this on special treatment, bend over backwards. It's like, no,
figure it out then,
yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Like, I don't plan on paying anybody to be on it, you know what I mean, which I'm like, you know, maybe if it's like, somebody special, it's like, oh, we'll fly out, or something if we got there, but I'm like, no, it'll be just like, you know, the locals, like, if someone's flying over, someone's over there, I'll go, oh yeah, if you're over, pop over and we'll order something, do you know what I mean?
But that's,
or if I'm over somewhere else.
There's so much going on locally nowadays though, you know what I mean?
It really is.
Like, even like the rap scene is fucking popping off in Dublin, like, because
it is.
It started off, like, I feel like it was like Class A's and Red Zone boys back in the day, that was it, but like, obviously I wasn't around at all, so I have no idea what that type of crack was, if they were playing or where they were playing.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have really known either.
Yeah, like, but like even just now, like, every type, like, there's so many individual rap scenes, you know what I mean? Like, this kind of big on able. But like, even boys that, like, a couple of months ago I seen their stuff and I'd be listening to it and I'm like looking at their Instagrams and all, and like, fuck, like, I need to up my game, like, I need to get here.
That's good to have the competition kind of way, you know what I mean?
But then fucking, like, even one of the boys that I would have always looked up to, like, since I found out, I like really looked up to, you know what I mean? Texted me yesterday being like could have played the show, you know what I mean?
And like, that's we were like honoured and
like,
that's
but like, even like it's not like, it's obviously it's not like we're all just cunts around Dublin, like, you know what I mean, doing the same thing. Obviously we're gonna, like,
that's not our fucking bread and butter, you know what I mean? It'd be nice, but I mean, you have to have fucking something anyway, you know what I mean? Like, I'd like for this to kick off, but I'm like,
no, this would have to kick off.
I don't know, like, I'm not like, oh, I'm banking on this. I'm like, it's a hobby.
Yeah.
And I go, like, this will always be a hobby. If I honestly constantly get views and all that, I was making money from it. I go, well, why would I do a job? Like, I mean, why would I have to do anything else other than this? Like, I'm like, okay, I would do this every day.
Yeah.
You know, obviously I'll have whatever day, doing that, something that day, you know what I mean, or whatever the fuck, but no, I like this.
No, honestly, I could really see.
And I like drinking.
Yeah. But you get, man, get on Spotify. I'd say that's the next thing.
Yeah.
Because that's what people are like listen to it like consistently, you know what I mean? And like just like when they're doing their daily bits, like rather than like sitting down and watching, you know what I mean? Because like at the start, that's really what it's gonna be like. Well,
like I don't know how the audio will sound from this.
Yeah.
But that's it's all part of the process. It's like, you know, okay, it eventually went to that. Do you know what I mean? I get the fucking proper audio stuff.
You need to have the audio. Like I literally am surrounded by audio heads like every day. You know what I mean? Boys that are like just fucking fascinated.
Like I think like I'd be like, oh, like someone else could be there and it's like they have the audio that we use there.
Yeah.
And I go like, oh, this part of the whole fucking thing. They come in, join us, and put in your 2 cents.
Exactly. Yeah. For sure, man. Like even Like what's your other studio like that you were saying? Like
we were up in Black Abyss studio, and we just had an office, and there was loads of different rooms there. Like we never really fucking took advantage of it while we were there.
Yeah.
But like they had like a thing called Kino D, and like I've been recommended to certain people if they want a music video going.
Yeah.
Right, that's like what happened is there's groups of people. I'll show you this after anyway. But it's like I don't know, it could be let's say 100 people, and they're all going there, and then they pitch their ideas for what they want to do. So it's like, oh, I want to make a short film for this. It's usually just 7 minutes or under.
Yeah.
So like I think that's ideal for a music video, and you'll get people there that are do acting, people that will be extras, people that do sound, like and all that. But if you're doing a music video, I'm sure you put in the sound for it, so you won't have to worry about that too much. But you'll have bodies there, and props, and people that are willing to kind of okay, let's go there to get this done. And if you wanted to get a story to it, and you get people with cameras, with everything else, you don't need to bring anything yourself. But if you have something else, obviously you just bring along.
Honestly, I've finished what I was saying about the music video. So it's like, was your man's the thing, whatever, the trouble, then that's the thing. And the whole thing is like emotion. The whole music video is like motion. So he's skating, he's like going through town.
Everything's moving along.
And then the beat starts, whatever. I think it maybe something at the start, like him, like I always say,
you hear the audio from
come in slow. Like even at the start, he kind of comes up on the skateboard, and I was saying I do this myself, like just hold up or whatever. Like you can't see his face, but like, what's the story, bro? Like cause we do different voices and that. Like, like, oh, bro, you coming down here now? He's out again, a load of flake and all. He's gonna sniff it all, whatever. And it was like, oh no, man, I'm gonna head off, whatever. Like, oh, what? Like, that's
make them feel like
literally, so that's like the intro, and then that's where the split first happens, and he goes off his own way, and we go da 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 da. That's when the music comes in, he's skating, and then me on the BMX, I'm gonna be like the narrator, you know what I mean? So like, the story's being told about Luke and the trouble. And you're there watching both of them, I'm just there telling the story, so like the scenes for rapping and there. So on the bike, just like I'm thinking, we get a car with the wheel up, somebody sitting in the back or something, get out like that. And then I'm just going down the road and rapping, and when it comes to the end, when it's building up, because the whole song gets faster as it goes, because we didn't play it to like a metronome, we just jammed it. So it gets faster as it builds up. And then like at the end, when it's all like climaxing, I'm coming out, I'm on the bike, like obviously all the different shots in between or whatever the story, and then Luke comes around the corner on the skateboard and joins me on the bike. Do you know what I mean? So he comes out with me, and then maybe one of the boys in the scramblers comes out, and then all the boys, all the trouble, and then we all just come together. And I want to get like fucking shots. I want to get like 20 or 30 people taking over a road. Like,
so are you gonna do this? Do you know where yet now?
I was thinking, I was thinking Rathfarnham, but
you're gonna have to find somewhere secluded if you're gonna kind of get that.
That's it. But see, that's
you can be like up a path, and then just like
like
we seen your man on the quad going by there. You know what I mean?
That's it. Yeah, but see for the final shot. That's what I was thinking. This is what it keeps getting bigger in my head. Like I'm just like I wouldn't mind fucking just like doing a one and done. Like you know what I mean? Get the fucking shot. Get out of there. Everyone scatter. Like
or even if you've got a few cameras, at least a few angles and all that, and just get it in one take.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, that's what I mean.
And it's like everybody's on something, so it's not like they're kind of just standing there going looking awkward. They're busy doing something.
Yeah, so get the boys there. Fucking one of the mates has golf, and the other one has a Ford Focus. So I'm like, used to look bogey. For me.
That's it. Literally, meet the criteria. You have a car, you look bogey.
Yeah.
Get in.
Yeah, man, that's the stuff.
No, it's good. Obviously, we'll do that with you. No problem.
That's it. I need to write the script first. I think that's gonna be the first step.
There's I got an invite from a guy who does directing and all that into a script writing group. I'm gonna look it up and I'll add you into it because he does all tips and tricks and all that. or just like, you know, I think it's more of a to help people get started kind of way.
Sweet, man.
So I'll add you into
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
It's Facebook anyway.
Yeah.
Are you Facebook?
Yeah, I'm on it. I'm on it.
Whoa, this guy's
yeah.
hipster. He's on Facebook.
God, yeah.
No, but look, it's good having you on.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks
I'll
for
definitely have you on again.
Oh,
We always talk about
definitely.
like you're local enough, so
exactly. Yeah, I'm only up to Bleeding Road. I couldn't believe it. I thought you were going to tell me. Oh yeah, about Finglas or something.
Yeah, something far away.
At 6 o'clock in the morning for the
did
first
you get
bus.
dropped in?
No, I just cycled down.
Oh, okay, because I seen a car leaving when you came out.
No,
I didn't drop him off on his bike, did
I just flew up down.
Alright, look, that's our first episode done.
Been a pleasure.
Thanks. Subscribe and like. Don't be fucking.
Don't be drunk.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
Comment.
Comment.
Oh my god, like they're hotties, you know. I'm gonna say that.
Hear that? Yeah.